live en direct avec Davit Kiria. Welcome, David, my friend. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Very fine.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to see you and to talk to you, my friend.
Thank you for me saying thank you.
Yeah. It's late for you, right? Sorry. Because we have 2
hours. It's 10 o'clock. It's okay.
Yeah, 10 o'clock p.m. It's 8 here. Alors, ce que j'étais en train de dire qu'on peut remercier Davit Kiria qui se connecte à 22h pour lui parce que on a 2 heures de décalage horaire avec la Géorgie. So, first of all, can you introduce yourself very simply?
Hello, everybody. I am Davit Kiria from Georgia. I am a 3 times world champion in kickboxing, in glory, in Sarat, and in a Kuno fight.
Right.
Nice to have a live today with you guys, and I'm very happy to see you and to speak to you.
Thank you again. But you mentioned kickboxing and Savat. Thank you for the mention of KFWC. But your original sport is a style of karate, right?
Yes, I originally come from karate. It is like Ashar karate. It's a contact style, like Kyokushinkai.
Okay.
And I have over than 250 fights in karate. And 2009, I became European champion in karate, Kyokushinkai karate. So I have big experience in karate.
Okay, so this is your school actually.
Yes, I was like 9 years old when I started training in karate, and I did it till 2009, more than 10 years, you know. So with amateur fights and it's from junior to the old age, I have done a lot of fights, and it's very big experience. And you know, when you see my kickboxing fights, you can see that I'm not really a kickboxer, you know, with my fight style. That's a little bit because of my karate skills.
Yeah, you're complete. You have a complete boxing style, but you also use some kind of high technicity kicks coming from somewhere else. For sure, it's not the traditional kickboxing or Muay Thai style we have used to see, of course. And
yes, exactly.
So the first time we get in touch together, it was 2017 when I was working to organize the second KFWC event in France, in Paris, Le Valois. And can you tell us about what did you think at this time when we proposed you that tournament, that rules? What do you think about that challenge? What do you know about Savat at that time? Do you know about Savat? Do you have any information? And what gets you curious at that time?
You know, I have seen Savat, but very old, like 15 or 20 years ago, when they came UFC. I was watching some promotion movies and how they start the UFC and who was the fighting in UFC, and then I saw that they was calling like karate, they was calling like kickboxing and Muay Thai, and was calling Savat. So there was some fighters from Savat in UFC in the first UFC. So from that time, I've heard about Savat. To be honest, I don't have a lot of knowledge about it, but of course I heard about Savat. And when I heard from you first time, I was really surprised, and it was really for me something new challenge, you know. And I like to take some new things. I like to take new stuff. Because of if you look my past, my lifestyle is the same. I did karate, and then I moved to kickboxing. In Thailand, I fought Muay Thai also with the elbows. You know, that's also very different. You know, it is all fight, but the fight rules and the style is very different. So when I heard about Sawat, I was really curious. I was really at the end happy because it was something new challenge for me. And, you know, I go the risk, I signed and I won, you know, it was nice. I got a really nice and memories and good experience.
Yes.
And I want to thank to you about it.
Yeah, and thank you. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to work with you. Then, as you said, you signed the contract. Then when you signed it, did you get some more information about the sport, about the rules? Did you watch, for example, some videos? Did you? How did you prepare? How did you prepare specifically to that new discipline for you? And did you hear me? Did you hear the question?
Yes, I hear a question, but one moment and
maybe I can repeat.
Can you speak one moment?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. One moment, I hear you not really good, so I do. Yeah.
Okay. I was asking you, when you signed the contract, did you get some more information about the rules, about the new discipline for you? Did you watch videos? Did you how did you prepare specifically for that new discipline?
You know, when I heard about that, the first what I did, that was I check on YouTube. On YouTube, I try to check the Sawat fights, you know. And, you know, I'm a professional fighter, you know, and I have some experience in the fight business. So it was not very difficult to understand the rules. But the fight system is really different. You know, you need a few fights to feel that, because it looks from the far, it looks usual, but when you are in the ring, it is quite different. Because the first fight was when I had the tournament, and the first fight was like a kickboxing fighter. This guy from Ukraine, and it was for me okay, you know, like, let's say it was much more easy than the final, because in the final I fought typical Sawat fighter, and his style was really difficult because I had to catch him, and that was not easy for me. He was moving a lot, and I had to learn him in the fight and also win to him, you know.
Yes,
that was really
I remember.
difficult.
Yes, that makes me. Yeah, that's what you say is making me remember about the two memories. First of all, remember I was telling you, because we start to chat, we start to talk together during the. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear, but not here anymore because I don't know. When there is no good connection, it's going out. But I hear you now.
Okay. Yes, I was talking to you before the event, and I was telling you, I was giving you the advice. I was saying, okay, I'm working for the event, but if I have an advice to give you is to use the shoes during the preparation, during the training.
Yeah.
And I remember you said, yeah, don't worry, I'm professional, I will adapt. Don't worry, it's okay. And I think at that time, I'm sorry, yeah, I think at that time, maybe you under-evaluate the danger of the shoes. Maybe you think the shoes is more like a dress or accessory, but not a weapon, not a weapon like it is actually.
The shoes was not that much problem or difficult for me. For me, was the front kick to the leg was the danger, because you can get knee injury or something. No, I have this feeling that when the opponent is kicking you to the knee, the front kick, you know, the side kick.
The side kick, it calls chassé bas. Yes, the name is chassé bas in French. Chassé is the typical weapon, typical techniques of Savat, and it gives you actually it is the kick. You cannot find the chassé, the side kick. You cannot find another kick which could create the biggest distance you can create in the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the hips is on the side, and then when the leg is in extension, if you want to go forward, and if someone is moving a lot and using that chassé, it's very, very difficult. And specifically, if the chassé is well done, the fighter used the back of the foot, you know, and it's strong. It's strong, and it could injure, it could hurt a lot. It's technique. It doesn't need to hit very strong. If you're technique and precise, it's enough to be efficient.
Yes, you have right. And so in Savat is many movements, and that the front kick. So these the two things what you have to understand when you fight. There is more, of course, but then it's similar to kickboxing. So that's what I mean. Actually, this kind of kicks you don't see in kickboxing often. So that was for example, I didn't work really with my sparring partners. So also this kind of kicks and so many movements. But after 2.5 rounds, you know, I find out the way, and I use my physical skills.
Yes.
So that made me a champion.
Yes, I was gonna ask you that. You get some problem, but you won. You won the fight. It was the difference.
First 2 rounds I had to learn. You know, I had to find out the key, and the third round was like this, and then the fourth and fifth round already I was dominating.
Yeah. Number
but
4.
I go for KO, you know. I wanted to KO, you know. And if this guy stand, I would do that. But he moved a lot, so it was difficult to catch him.
Yeah. Okay. Some other question, because since that period, we keep in touch. We became some friends, and we often have some talk about Savat, and about Savat maybe in Georgia, and about your curiosity, about your interest into Savat, and maybe you have some project, because I mean you fought, but also you get curious and you get interested by this new sport for you.
Yeah, it will be nice if we can work together. You know, I really think that Savat is one of the great sports, and I really think that in Georgia there is a good potential to build up the Savat and make as much as possible young generation busy with the sport. And I think it would be great that if we build it up in Georgia.
As the same situation in Georgia probably than in France and in lots of countries. Now with this virus, the life is different. How do you organize your life? How is the life now in Tbilisi? Tbilisi is the main city of Georgia. How is the life now? And how is your life?
Now I'm in. Yeah, as you know, I live in capital in Tbilisi, but 2.5 weeks ago, I decided to come my hometown. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, yes. I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yes, perfect. I hear you, David.
I had the preparation, I had the War of Titan, that is the organization in Spain. I had the contract there for to fight F-14, and the day I was flying to Spain, the manager informed me that the fight was cancelled. So unfortunately, I could not fight, and then 3 weeks, I stayed in Belize, staying home, because from the beginning in my country, the government was very organized against the virus. So they promote a lot, they say us a lot to stay home. So I was already kind of self-isolation I had. And 2 weeks ago, we decided to come on my hometown, where I born, where I grow up with my parents. And we have here a nice garden and a house. And I just tried that. My kids I keep in house in the garden, and we just try to continue the life. I do outside the training stuff. I'm training outside. I'm doing also online training for my friends and fans, supporters. They like it. People join me. And that's it, we try to stay as much as possible at home. Only one thing I'm going out is the necessary things, we are going to apotheke, we are going to supermarket, and the rest I'm trying to stay at home and trying to enjoy with my kids and family. And, we have to stay positive, and I'm really optimist, and I believe that soon everything will come good. And I want to support my friends and families in French, for example, because we are talking now from Paris to Zugdidi, so in my country. So I want to say hello in French, and I want to say stay strong, be good. And, that's it. What we can do? We cannot do now something. We have to follow all instructions, and everything will be better.
Yeah, I think it's a good state of mind. And normally, in a normal time, how is your day? How is your normal day? How is your training? Do you train 1, 2, 3 times a day? How is your schedule? Can you tell us about your training methods also?
About training, I do 1 time a day now training, and 3 times a week I bike. I do biking, and the home I do with bets. I do betting training a lot, because at home you cannot do many things. You understand?
Yeah.
Because of the situation. I don't take any sparring partner because I don't want to have too much contact with people.
Yeah, of course.
That's the recommendation. So normally my day starts the morning. I start early. I wake up because of the kids, we have a breakfast. Then I try around 12 to train. And then I work a lot in garden, I cannot do many things.
I see.
So
this is a special time. But in the normal time, like for example, few months ago, or let's say in September or October, the life will go on like before. How is your habit in training? How do you train in the normal time?
In normal time, okay.
Yes.
It depends. If I have preparation, I do 2 times a day training. I train 11 times a week. So the morning I do Monday and Wednesday and Friday I do physical training. I work on explosion. I work on coordination, and I work on to build my stamina. And Thursday I do small running and some small things, but also physical training, the short training, but explosive. And the evening, I have Monday, I have like 10 round betting, 5 rounds sparring. And Thursday, I have a sparring. Wednesday, I have a betting with coach, 15 rounds. Thursday, I have 12 rounds sparring. And Friday, I have a betting again.
Okay.
So on my preparation, like from the 6 till the 8 weeks is really busy with 11 times training in the week. And Saturday is always running day, and then going sauna, going hot bath. We have in my in capital hot bath. It's very nice to go there. It's good for relaxing, for the muscle, for the body. So I go with my friends there, and after fight, I always take like 1.5, 2 weeks. I take rest. Like after 10 days, I start a little bit training, but you can say it's all still a rest. And then I start training again, you know, like Monday 2 times, Wednesday 2 times, Friday 2 times a day. The rest I train 1 times because the body also needs to rest, to recover. So this is all the process I'm doing, and that's turning, you know, already so many years. This is turning, is going like this, like this. By the way, I have some small business also that I like to be busy sometimes about it, but that's not very big, but still nice to do. So that's it. That's it.
I see. So I want to ask 2 more questions, and then we will end this live. You said about.
You're welcome, man.
First of all, thank you very much to share all this experience, because it's rare that fighters give so many details about their training. So thank you for sharing. And I want to ask about sparring. You said like you spar 2 or 3 times a week. What kind of sparring? Is it managed sparring? Is there any thematics, or is it strong sparring, or is it like sometimes also light contact for the, for example, the more bioinformational system, or is it really tough and full contact sparring every time?
You know, it's of course full contact, because you know, when you do light, you can't reach. This is secret of this sport, because you have to do your 100% every training. But we have a protection. We have a helmet, a shin protection. We really try to protect best, but we don't take care of each other. We go for 100%. And about the fight, about the sparring system, it's always depends on who is your opponent. You know, we always do sparring system for opponent. You know, we have a fight plan, we have the game plan, and the sparring is always different. You know, but I also don't have always same sparring partner. I change, because sometimes my opponent is tall, sometimes is small, so I always try to choose the little bit similar of sparring partners. So my opponents are using good knee, or they are long hands, so it's always different, you know.
Okay.
It's never, it's not always same. It's not always the same.
Okay, that's good. That's good, I think, also. And my last question. You're talking about technical preparation, physical preparation. Do you do some specific workout for the mental training, as a psychological training, as for example meditation or visualization? Do you use some kind of technique like this?
You know, I'm a Christian Orthodox with religion, and I believe in God. And as the meditation, I don't do something special, but I pray every day for my family, for my sport, to give, because God gave me a chance to reach some goals. So now when you have a chance, you have to move your hands, you know. And when you move the hands, God will help you. So this is my meditation, and I pray every day, and I ask for help. But I also know that I have to work. If I want to get help, I have to deserve it. I have to work hard. This is my best meditation. And of course, you know, I don't really go to psychology. I say correct, yes. But my coach is doing that job, you know. For me, it's very important when I have preparation. I must have people around me who believes in me, you know. And in my family, I have my wife. She is my, you know, my best friend. I don't know what to say, you know. Everything what I reach after her. So she is my best supporter, and she gives me the feeling that I can be best, and I am the best, and I can reach my goals. And then is my team, you know, who makes me happy, because it's very important that in my team they give me the confident feeling, and they never make me upset with this. These people never make me upset. They always stand next to me. They always support me, and all works, you know. And my kids are the best motivation, because I want to do everything because I want to make them future, and I want to support them fully. And that's you know, that's the best motivation for me.
Okay.
I know when I work hard, everybody will be good around me, so that makes me extra motivated.
Yeah, it's some nice words, David. So I want to thank you again for this this conversation. It was really interesting. Lots of people asking. I see a lot of people connecting and disconnected, because probably lots of French, and they are expecting for the French subtitles, but maybe I will do it later. And I want to thank you again. And I hope and I wish I will try my best to make you fighting again for KFWC in Savat Pro, of course. You have a belt to defend.
I'm looking forward.
Yes, you have a belt. You have a belt to defend, and we are working forward to make this happen again. So thank you very much, my friend. Take care of yourself. Take care of your people. Take care of your family. I wish you the best, and I'll pray for you also.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you soon.
Mm-hmm. I hope to see you soon. I want to say thank you for the interview, and I want to wish to you and your family and all French people, stay home, stay healthy, follow the instructions, and soon everything will be good.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Thank you again, David, and see you soon. Goodbye,
see you
my
soon.
son.
Bye bye. Us. Bye bye.